Today we're going to talk about plurals, which is an area of English which can be quite confusing. Normally, when you have a noun, which is maybe a thing, a pen, for example, normally if you want to say the plural of this with most nouns, you just put an S on the end. So one pen becomes, for plural, 2 pens, 3 pens, 10 pens, and so on. And it's the same with most nouns. Maybe a book would be 10 books. I own hundreds of books, for example. Maybe the word is bottle. I have 1 bottle of water. In the plural, I have 10 bottles of water. So we just put an S on the end of the word. However, there are some nouns which have a different form when we talk about them in the plural. So for example, if you have 1 man and 1 woman, that's the singular form. The plural form is not man's and it's not woman's. It's men and women. And a very common mistake is to say men's or women's, but no. So the plural of man is men, not men's, men. And the plural of woman is women, not women's. The pronunciation, it doesn't look like it should be pronounced like that. People look at it and they say women, but no, the pronunciation is women, women. And another noun where the plural is different is one child. One child is not childs, it's children. So one child, many children. And another similar one is one person. We don't really say persons. It is correct to say persons, but this generally is only used in legal or in formal language. So we generally, in more informal, conversational English, we don't say persons, we say people. So there were lots of people at the party. Not there were lots of persons, there were lots of people at the party. So there are a few nouns which have a different form, but these are still plural nouns. Then we have the nouns which cannot be plural, and they cannot be singular. They're called uncountable nouns, often with food, for example, like sugar and rice. You can't have a singular of this. You can't say a sugar, a rice. And you can't have a plural of this. You can't say sugars or rices. Same with milk. You don't have a milk. You normally need to find a countable noun to come before this other word. For example, a bottle of milk and not a milk. Can you buy a milk from the shop? No. Can you buy a bottle of milk? And generally, learners of English understand most of this quite well because maybe it's the same in their language, but there are a few common mistakes, and I want to talk about 3 uncountable nouns in particular where lots of students make mistakes. So the first uncountable noun is advice. Advice. This is a word you cannot use in the singular. You can't say, he gave me an advice. No, he gave me advice. And it can't be used in the plural. He gave me lots of advices. No, he gave me lots of advice. That's it. So the only word you want to use there is advice. The same with information. Information cannot be singular. They gave me an information about the tour. No, they gave me information about the tour. This is uncountable. And the third one is furniture. Again, in other languages, normally we talk about furniture, 1 furniture, 2 furnitures. In English, no. Not singular, not plural. This is an uncountable noun. So you say, there is a lot of furniture in my living room. Not, there are a lot of furnitures. No, there is a lot of furniture in my living room. Okay, so a quick revision. Remember the nouns with different plural endings. For example, one person, the plural of this is people. So one person and two people, lots of people. A man in the plural is men. Woman is women. And person, people, child, children. Okay? And then we have the uncountable nouns, those three important ones to remember: advice, information, and furniture. You cannot count these, so you do not say a furniture, an advice, an information, or information's, advice's, furniture. No, just advice, information, and furniture. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you click subscribe. Also, you can like the video, comment on the video. If you want to learn something specific, then write a comment underneath this video. And I'll see you for another video next week.